Hey, what's up, guys? We are back again in the Champion Clash Challenge in Clash Royale. Unfortunately, I lagged out and we had some glitch, so I had to restart the stream. So we are 4 games in. I'll be showing you guys how to play each one of the decks inside of the challenge and how to best win. No matter what matchup you get, no matter what you're playing against, I will give you a breakdown on how to win. You can also use this to go and collect a whole bunch of the season tokens in the event tab right here for that, or you can just, use my tips in the actual challenge. Let's jump back into business and not have any lag. We're going to assert dominance today. So this guy is going to be playing into one of the best decks in the game for us. We're going to have Goblin Hut and Graveyard. Generally, Graveyard with Freeze or Graveyard plus Poison doesn't function very well in single elixir, because if you think about it, Graveyard plus Freeze is 9 elixir. So if you drop 9 elixir and you go all in right out of the jump, you're likely going to lose because your opponent will spend more elixir on the left-hand side, and since you only have 1 elixir left in your reserve because you dropped 9, you're not going to be able to defend. So what I like to do is I like going for my Graveyard Freeze when I win battles at the river and I have counter-pushing cards, whether it's in double elixir, usually because I'll have more stuff then, or in single elixir when he overcommits. Like he dropped a Bomber and a Golden Knight that both lost their lives. Like this guy is not in a good spot. Also, wait. If we freeze on top of the Electro Giant, can we finish that off with the Mighty Miner? Oh my goodness. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but I'll take it. And then I can use the bomb to blast back his other stuff. That's hilarious right now, guys. I don't know if we have the same definition of hilarity, but I think that's pretty cool. Finishing off an Electro Giant with a Mighty Miner is dope. All right, we're going to go in for a Barbarill here so we can finish off the Bomber so then it doesn't kill my Spear Goblins. Spear Goblins are mini Dark Goblins. A little bit less attack, but the same range, essentially. It's pretty funny. Anyway, we saw that he used his charge with his Golden Knight, so I don't have to be apprehensive about dropping my Rascals near my tower, and that's fine. So now we're able to shut down the Golden Boy, get some Rascals counter push. This deck is so good right now. I'm telling you guys right now, probably one of the better decks in the challenge. It is really, really, really strong. So I think what I'm going to do here is when it gets closer to my tower, I'm going to freeze it so it doesn't get as much damage, so it doesn't reflect back the tower shots and it doesn't finish off the Mega Minion. So that's going to get like 1 zap on my tower and that's it. Yeah, that's nothing. Easy out here. Let's go. So we're going to be going in for like a Goblin Hut pretty much defensively every single opportunity we get, since it's such a good card to shut down the opponent's bridge spam. My favorite thing to do with this deck in particular is just drop your Goblin Hut, play passive, figure out what your opponent's going to do, and then you go through with a lot of spam. Like, notice how he's dropping 8 elixir. Nope, he dropped 9 elixir because he dropped the champion ability into a 5 elixir Goblin Hut. That's a huge negative elixir trace. He's doing it again. What is he doing? Madman! He is on the loose, and he's about to lose. So we can go in for a Graveyard since we're up a lot of elixir. The thing that you guys got to do if you haven't played these decks before and you're unfamiliar with the deck that you're playing, do not spend as much elixir as you're seeing this guy do. Because if you spend all of your elixir right out of the jump, then you're going to get jumped by your opponent's spam and you're going to lose. Because it doesn't matter if your cards are stronger, it doesn't matter if your cards are better. If you don't have elixir to afford your cards, you're going to lose. For instance, I bet you he lightnings again, and if he does, then it's a huge overcommitment. And then we go in for a Graveyard. Ooh, that was actually a great tornado. Seriously, well played. I got to give him credit where credit is due because I did not think he was going to do something that smart. That was a super smart strat. Instead of going for a lightning, because we saw him lightning before, and I was like, oh, easy. All right, so we can just do the exact same strat. We can go in for a Graveyard with the Mighty Miner, and then when the Mighty Miner gets close to the Electro Giant, then we can freeze again. I think that's going to be our best bet. Maybe I'm crazy for doing this, but I think it's going to go well. Maybe it's going to be bad. We'll have to find out. All right, so I could click the bomb, and then I can go in for a Goblin Hut on the other side. Remember, he's got Earthquake, so... Oh, no, this is actually a bit sketchy. Not going to lie, I might have messed up. Guess we'll find out. I'm going to go in for a freeze as well so the Spear Goblins don't immediately die. That Phoenix is going to cause some grief for sure. I think we're able to finish it off with our Rascals, but I don't know how much damage I'm going to take before we do kill it. Oh my gosh, this guy played really well. Okay, that was an interesting tornado. It did not work as well as he wanted to, but he's played this extremely well afterward. All right, we got to go in for a Graveyard. We got to make this happen. I think we can do this now. He's going to go E-Giant, so it's kind of unfortunate for us, but I can go in for another Goblin Hut. We will be able to pull the Electro Giant. I'm not going to get as much damage as I want. Wow, this guy's just playing really, really well. That was an interesting aggressive lightning, but other than that, I think he played super well. We're going to go in for a Mega Minion again, and then I think we go Mighty Miner other side, to be honest, just to force out some extra elixir, and then I can use the Mighty Miner ability and tunnel the other side. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go in for a Graveyard, and I think I freeze it. I think I win with that. So we got to go in. We're putting all of our eggs in one basket, and hopefully we don't fall fast. Whew. Okay, was a little bit sketchy, but I think that using the Mighty Miner on the other side made our opponent dedicate enough elixir so we could safely Graveyard freeze after he Electro Gianted. Because if you respond to the Mighty Miner, which you have to, because if it goes really close to the left-hand tower, I could click the bomb and then go in the right-hand side and then get right on top of his tower. So, like, if you tunnel to the other tower and then they're like, oh, I don't have to respond to the Mighty Miner on the left-hand side, they can lose the game, and it's really funny when that happens. Great player, by the way. He was actually quite impressive. Yeah, I mean, 7,500 trophies, definitely a decent player. Yeah, anyway, we'll jump on the next one. I think Electro Giant with Mighty Miner is always sketchy because Electro Giant always resets the Mighty Miner, so it's like, man, my tank doesn't do anything. So, yeah, it's a little bit scary. Yo, 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 yo. All right. Don't spend all your elixir. I know, don't spend all of your elixir. Did you cut your hair? I did. I really like my new haircut. Yo, what's up, Black Train? Thank you so much for the subscription for 4 months in a row. You beautiful human being. Hopefully you're doing well. Wait, I didn't even see what deck I'm running. Wait, is this Graveyard with Earthquake? Did they not change it? Did they not change it? No! Clash Royale, that's supposed to be a poison! And I'm running against Lava Hound too. This is tragic. This is actually tragic. Ah. How is my Earthquake supposed to do anything in this matchup? Asking for a friend. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they messed up and they didn't fix it. That's really lame. I guess because it is a casual challenge, they don't want to update the game to make a fix, but in my opinion, I feel like it's worth a fix because this deck doesn't feel functional. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose, guys. I really don't want to lose today. I want to win the rest of the challenge after we ended up having that issue with our Wi-Fi. We want to make sure that the rest of the game and the rest of the challenge is smooth. Please let me win this challenge. I want to dominate today. Okay, we're going to be able to catch the miner, right? No. We could have activated King Tower if I hadn't dropped the Skeleton King there. I guess the Ice Wizard surviving, that's not that bad. It ain't that bad out here. He's probably going to go for Phoenix. Okay. Can we shred his Skeleton King using our Earthquake? He kicks the Skeleton King ability. This might be the one chance that the Earthquake actually does something. We found a useful case. We found it. We found the one universe where Earthquake actually does something in this deck. You just need your opponent to have Skeleton King and have him click the ability. That's it. That's the miracle that you're looking for. So can I defend against someone that's going to end up having a Lava Hound deck for the rest of this game? I genuinely don't know. I have no idea. Also, did this guy's name age poorly? Because I'm pretty sure Tfue and FaZe had not the best ending there. So his name aged like rotten milk, didn't it? Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to cycle our Phoenix early on so we can get back to another one. I probably am in a bad spot, to be honest, guys. I would poison here, but I don't have poison. This might actually change the outcome of the game. This might legitimately change the outcome of the game, not having the right card. Perfect ability for us. Wow, that worked so well. We got back to another Phoenix. As I said before, we want to cycle these like candy out here. And then maybe Tornado. And then probably go for a Barbro. And then cycle back to another Skeleton King so the Ice Wizards don't die. All right. Ice Wizard, just stay alive. Kill the Fly Machine. No way. That was a hard defense, guys. I'm not going to lie. I think I played that perfect. If I had messed that up at all, I would have lost because I didn't have poison. You just poison on the Fly Machine and you laugh at your opponent because the matchup's so easy in that specific situation. But I had Earthquake. Earthquake, my dudes. So you cycle your anti-air cards first, and then you tornado all their stuff together. One of the key things that you might or might not have noticed is I used the Skeleton King ability, the 2 elixir ability, for an infinite amount of skeletons just to tank for all of his air cards coming at me. If I hadn't done that, I would have 100% lost. That worked really, really well. I'm proud of us. Let's keep going. Woo! That was the worst matchup for sure. That was definitely the worst matchup in the entire thing that you guys could get. If there's a worse matchup, let me know down below in the comment section. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if there's a worse matchup than that. Also, I never look at the start. I forget what deck I'm running because I'm like looking up at the camera and looking at the chat. I'm not very smart. Sometimes I miss out on the deck that I'm playing. So I think I'm playing a Bridge Spam deck without a big spell. Generally, this deck does not have Fireball. So I don't know if this deck that they created has Fireball, but it should have. Could have no big spell. Just Rage or Zap. All right, so we're going to go in for a Battle Ram here. It could be 3 Musketeers. It could also end up being some weird type of deck with P.E.K.K.A. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll see what happens. Oh, you know what's cool? The Archer Queen does not get hit. When it's invisible, it doesn't get hit by like a dash or anything like that. It gets hit by splash damage, but it doesn't get hit by a dash from a Goldenite, which is also pseudo splash damage. Kind of cool. Yo, thank you, C-Dub. I appreciate that, man. Let's go. We're going to be going in for a Heal Spirit, and then I'm considering going for a Rage so the Heal Spirit arrives a little bit faster, but that worked out really well. Barbell is out of cycle for him as well. Okay, so I think he might go for a Ramradder or something along those lines. I don't know. Does he have 3 Musketeers? I'm really confused because if he's got 3 Musketeers and I don't have a big spell, it's going to be hard for me to ever kill his Elixir Collector advantage. If he gets an Elixir Collector on the field, I'll have a huge problem. So generally what I'm trying to do in this type of situation then is I want to apply a lot of aggression and I want to make sure that he can't go in for Elixir Collectors. Maybe he clicks the ability, so I was waiting. Yeah, I was waiting super long so then I could get an ability out of him. We want to split our E-Barbs, I think. If we split up our E-Barbs, it's probably our best bet. So then we can counter everything. Dude, what was that E-Barb doing? You guys saw that? It herp-derped. It herp-derped. It went this way. It did like a U instead of just going here. You can go here. You don't have to do this. You don't have to draw a U. Why did that happen? Is it trying to like tell me something? Is it trying to give me a message like it hates me or something? I don't know. There's some derogatory message encoded that the Barb was trying to write all over the map to me. I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that. So we're going to be going in for probably an ability after the Royal Ghost gets a hit so we can finish off the Ghost ideally. Or most of it. Most of the Ghost. No, dude. Dude, we're getting all of the bad matchups in a row. This is crazy. The fact that he has a 3 Musketeer deck when we do not have a Fireball is insane. Oh, man. This is going to be a tough one. I want to win badly, though. It's still possible, right? It's still possible to win this if he just doesn't play as well as us. We can rage this up for some extra damage on the Elixir Collector as well. E-Barbs on the left-hand side are going to force out some extra Elixir as well. We go for a Heal Spirit here. And then... Alright, we're just going to shred everything using our Archer Queen ability. This might be super stupid because I think he's going to 3 Musketeers. So since I think he's going to 3M, I'm going to Magic Archer in the back right because it will be able to chain on to most of the Musketeers. This matchup just doesn't feel right, man. It doesn't feel very fair. Does Clash Royale care that this isn't fair? Alright, we're going to rage this up and then... Ideally, this Golden Knight doesn't dash out of my tower, but we know it will. Alright, Heal Spirit. Okay. What if we do this and then Magic Archer and win? Because he's going to E-Barbs. Is it going to work, though? Or are we going to push the E-Barbs away? I feel like it's not going to connect. That was definitely a bad problem. That was a bad issue. Alright, we're going to do this. And then we're going to go in for this. And we can probably go in for a Royal Ghost afterward. I think that we probably lose, but... You never really know. You never really know until you see it. Okay, we're still alive somehow. I'm surprised that we're alive. I totally thought I was dead. I guess both towers on defense came up clutch. Man, this matchup is not fun. Out of all the matchups that I've played in Clash Royale, I think this is my second least favorite. I think the first one was definitely the Fly Machine without having poison. That was the worst. This is a close second, though, for sure. Alright, so we're going to go for Magic Archers in the back. We're going to click the Archer Queen ability when things come close. We're just going to go for Heal Spirit here. Bandit. E-Barbs. Whew. Ouchie mama. Oh, we got it! We fought on our side of the map and the Magic Archer just put in enough work. We barely won. Wow, dude. The fact that he abused that we did not have a big spell just hurt my heart, man. It hurt my soul a little bit. This guy, he's like, you don't have a Fireball. You don't have any big spell. You don't have a poison. What am I going to do? Herp derp 3 Musketeers in the back. Oh, he would have won the game if he just focused on Elixir Collectors a little bit more. So fortunately for us, getting that Battle Ram put him in a position where he couldn't go for a Elixir Collector in the back, because if we bridge spam at the exact same time that he Elixir Collectors, he loses his tower. So that guy was actually pretty decent at the game. He just ended up getting in a bad spot where he ended up getting finessed by a Battle Ram, and then he got put in a position where he couldn't deal with it anymore. Let's go! Let's get it! No losses out here, only wins. Also, let's go and unlock a banner. Give me something good, Clash Royale! No mediocre. No mediocre. Woo! You win by far? No, dude, I think winning by far is a huge overstatement. I think that was way too close, man. Also, getting the Prince Greeting is pretty cool. I love that banner. Cool stuff. Good vibes. We only have rare and extremely rare banners left over. We will be unlocking more as we go. We will be unlocking more as we go. Also, if you guys haven't already subscribed to my channel, I put out daily videos at 3 p.m. Eastern every single day, or I end up putting out a stream. Like right now, you guys are watching a stream right now. I do this, or I put out a YouTube video every single day around this time. So if you guys enjoy it, definitely subscribe to the channel, like the video because it gets pushed out. So if you really care about, you know, helping me grow the channel and stuff, liking is the best way of supporting me for free. Just liking the video, it goes a long way. You don't have to. I don't want to lie to y'all. You guys obviously do not have to do that. I thought he might click the ability. I'm an idiot. I should have clicked the ability when he clicks the ability, and now I think he's able to click the ability for free. Oh, he didn't click the ability. Okay, I'm really dumb. I'm like really dumb. That was probably one of my worst plays ever. I blame my inability to multitask. Giving a shameless shout out to myself while playing at the same time didn't go as well as we expected. Let's go, let's go. You're 88. You're so good at the game. Thank you, man. Yeah, I finished 88 in the world a while back. Currently, right now, I'm a top 1,000 to 2,000 world player. That's usually where I finish. So I don't want to lie to you and be like, yo, I'm top 88 in the world right now. Nah, I'm not top 88 in the world right now. Generally top 1,000 to 2,000 when I'm at the season whenever I try. Let's go, let's go. Where do you ski? Near Seattle? Crystal? No, I've never been to Crystal, but I heard it was... I think I've heard about that before. I usually go to Snoqualmie. All right, we're going to go arrows here, and then we're going for a rage. Please give me the win. Oh, yes. Let's go. Also, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone that I've met in person. I've only seen a couple people in person, but if you guys ever have noticed me or know who I am and you see me in person, please, 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 always just reach out, talk to me. It's cool to actually see the people that I interact with online in person. So if you guys ever get the chance to see me, definitely come up to me. Even with my family or my girlfriend, I would love to meet you guys in person. Where are you from? I'm from Seattle. I'm from Seattle right now. Well, I grew up in Boston, and I moved to Seattle because my girlfriend got a job here. Let's go, let's go. Powder skier, park kid. I don't actually ski that much. I ski I don't know, a couple times a year. Right now. You may regret it. You have so many fans. Dude, I don't think I'll see that many people. And it's always cool. The people that I did meet in real life were super awesome. Like some of the nicest people I've ever met. What does she do for work? She works at Meta. She works at Meta right now. Let's go, let's go. So we can go in for a Royal Ghost in the back. Oh, please, 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 please. No, please. Ice Spirit. Okay, good. I was scared for a sec. I was like, if that Ice Spirit stuns my E-Barbs and I don't fully counter the Hog Rider, we're going to have some problems out here. We're going to have a sinister talk with our E-Barbs and be like, can't do this to me anymore. You're fired. It's not okay. You just aren't able to do what you're supposed to do. Oh, wait. Guys, we have a good matchup. No, we don't. Does he have Hog Rider Earthquake? Does he have Hog Rider Earthquake? Does he actually have Hog Rider Earthquake when we have an Elixir Collector? Clash Royale, you're trying to troll me right now. You're just trying to get me to get all the bad matchups so I can show my viewers how to win them. I think that's what they're doing. Guys, they're doing this for you guys. They want me to purposely get all the bad matchups so then you guys know how to win them. This is going to be the most educational piece of stream that you all will ever see for this challenge. No one else will get worse matchups than me. If this guy has Earthquake, then we are screwed. I don't know if he's got Earthquake or not. I forget. I don't know this deck. I guess we'll find out. The only spell in the entire game that gets a positive Elixir trade into the Elixir Collector is Earthquake. Okay, great. So he does have Earthquake. So our Elixir Collector is useless. I would never drop that for the rest of the match unless he drops an Earthquake on offense. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. So we're going to 3 Musketeers in the back because he loses his Mortar in time. The Mortar is going to expire. And then we always want to support the 1 Musketeer because the 2 Musketeers by themselves will force out a lot of Elixir. But the 1 Musketeer, it will generally be ignored or just defended by skeletons or cheap Elixir bait cards. So if you support the 1 Musketeer, you bait out a lot more Elixir. That's the way that you play 3 Musketeers. You let the 2 Musketeers roll by themselves, and then you always let the 1 Musketeer do its thing with support, whether it's a Bandit, a Golden Knight, or maybe even like E-Barbs if you have a lot of Elixir. So I try to support both lanes in the later stage of the game, but in the early stage when you can only support one side, always, always, always choose to support the 1 Musketeer. And hopefully that helps you guys win these type of matchups. I love the fact that I can give tips on a variety of different decks, and I don't know, it's just a vibe to me. The E-Barbs are going to be able to give us some value. Also, we're going to click the Golden Knight dash so we can reset the Mighty Miner, so the Mighty Miner does not finish off the Golden Knight as he expects. Now we're going to 3 Musketeers. We're going to split 2 in the left because that's where he has more damage, so it's going to be less likely for him to get value with a Hog Rider there. Usually I don't do that, but since our opponent doesn't have a big spell like Fireball, I can drop my 2 Musketeers in the weaker side and not care as much. All right, we're going to Bard Bro here, and then we are going to be okay. I think that the Hog Rider dies, and then the Royal Ghost comes through, and then we can go in for... probably an E-Barb split. I would generally advise against this, but in this particular moment, I don't have any other play. I'm going to cycle a 3 Musketeers anyway, so I think that's our best bet. This is a really tough match just because I can't get Elixir advantage. The entire premise of 3 Musketeers is you get Elixir advantages with your Elixir Collector, and then you steamroll your opponent. But because I can't do that, obviously the game has become significantly harder, I guess is the word to say. He's going to go goblins and we'll Barbaro on them whenever he does them. He hasn't dropped them yet. That was an interesting Hog Rider. That was a pretty interesting Hog Rider. Then he drops a Heal Spirit. Okay. Okay. What if we drop E-Barbs right now? And then, because you don't end up having... sorry, he dropped Log, so then he has nothing for Heal Spirit is what I was going to say. What if we do this? Is this smart? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Are the E-Barbs able to kill the Mighty Miner? No, Mighty Miner just has too high of health. So yeah, this matchup is really hard. I would say this one is on... I think this one is harder than the 3 Musketeer matchup when the 3 Musketeer guy has Elixir Collector and you don't have a big spell. It's definitely harder than that. But I don't think it's as hard as the Graveyard matchup where your opponent's got Lava Hound and you have Earthquake. I think that was the worst matchup still. So I'm ranking the harder matchups. This is like second hardest matchup in the entire thing. Definitely a tough one, but not the hardest. Used his Log, so that's a huge overcommitment. The fact that he keeps dropping Hog Rider on defense shows you how easy the matchup is for him. Because if he's making that type of mess up and he's still like staying alive, it's kind of crazy. Okay, finally he goes in for his Elixir Collector counter. Alright, we go Hog Rider here. As long as he doesn't Ice Spirit or Log, we're fine. So we always want to drop something to stop the Ice Spirit or the Log. And now, since we have a bit of Elixir advantage, we can maybe make something happen by going in for 3 Musketeers. We have to start spamming very aggressively on the right-hand side, or we are going to lose. Because, or actually, we can just spam on both sides, honestly. We just need to get a Golden Knight or something to dash onto the tower, so hopefully that will happen. We're going to go in for the Golden Knight dash. It does not lock, but the Musketeer does, so that's going to give us the win. Cool stuff. Let's go. That was such a well-played match for us, guys. Beating someone with that hard of a counter is not easy. And if you get this matchup and you lose, do not feel bad about yourselves. Just try to cycle 3 Musketeers in the back like I did, and then it prevents them from getting their Hog Riders on the tower. Because if there's always 3 Musketeers on the map, they're going to be disincentivized with dropping a Hog Rider into you. So that was one of the reasons we won that. Definitely a tough matchup. Definitely a tough matchup. I got to go soon. My battery's almost low. I'll see you later, man. I'll see you later. You going to do Trash or Treasure again? Yeah, I do it. I do it every single month. SirTag, thanks for seriously being a super sir. I hope you like dominating as much as we like seeing you do it. I do, Magnum Tater. I love playing this game. And I'm actually lucky that, you know, I can create content on something that I enjoy doing. It's actually dope. Do you ever plan on staying with different YouTubers? Or, sorry, staying. We'll answer the staying thing first because I misread it. I could hypothetically stay with different YouTubers and like create a content house and stuff like that, but I'd much rather chill with my girlfriend and live nearby her. It's just a little bit more fun to be with real life friends instead of I don't know. I feel like one thing to be honest with y'all about is a lot of gamers don't necessarily, at least like professional gamers, don't necessarily clean up after themselves very well, at least from what I saw at like Fnatic and some other places. Sometimes people just don't clean up after themselves, and then obviously it becomes a really stinky situation where if you want your living environment to be okay, you kind of have to do everything, and then you don't want to do that, right? You don't want to like be living with a whole bunch of kids that can't clean up after themselves, at least for me. And then secondly, I think playing against pros. Playing against pros would be fun for like YouTube videos, but I generally just try to have fun and play more different decks every day than creating competitive content against professional players, if that makes any sense. Okay, so this matchup is not bad at all. Hopefully we can always get him to go and use his cards that he doesn't want to on defense, like the freeze. All right, so we can just set up a cannon relatively early on. So it should be able to counter the Mighty Miner, hopefully. Ooh, the Mega Minion might pose a serious threat. Yo, the cannon looked at the Spear Goblin but didn't shoot. I don't know how I got you baited like that, but I don't appreciate it. Can we activate King Tower with the Mighty Miner? We honestly might be able to. I'm not sure. Let's try. If he clicks the button. I was kind of hoping that he would click the button or something, and then we would be able to like tornado it to... It was a dream. It didn't really work out, but it was a dream, guys. We had a dream. All right, we're going to be going in for an Electric Giant with our Phoenix, and we'll see what happens. I think he's going to go in for Rascals, and then we don't have Tornado, so it's really bad for me. I'm surprised he didn't go Rascals, because he could have. Huh. Yeah, what I would have done is I would have dropped Rascals off to the side. I think he's going to lose, though. All right, so he should drop Rascals now, because he doesn't have anything else. Okay. Wow, so I guess this matchup is not super easy for a lot of people, but I think that the Graveyard matchup actually might have an advantage. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm 100% wrong, but I think it's pretty good for graveyard. Generally, what I like doing is I like going bomber in the back, and then I like going in for like a phoenix or barbrill and here. And I drop my barbrill more so in the middle, and I drop my bomber more so in the back, because if your bomber's in the back, your opponent will think more about where they're dropping the arrows. If they drop the arrows immediately, it's going to be a huge problem for you, because if they kill the bomber really quick, then you're not going to get any value. It's just something to keep in mind. Interesting. I think he's going to freeze. I think he has to freeze, actually. Correction. It's not like he has a choice at this point. So we're in a lightning here, and I think we win. Cool. Awesome win. We take those. So that's a good W. Definitely not a matchup that I think is like super easy. On the graveyard side, I almost lost it somehow. But yeah, he should have used Rascals a bit more. So his mistake in that matchup was not using his Rascals. And yeah, he got punished for it. Let's go. Let's go. Do you ever plan on getting married? If it happens, it happens. I feel like for me, I never want to speedrun life. I'm just about that life where I just want to enjoy it. I want to have fun. I want to make sure that I'm enjoying every moment that I have, playing video games as much as I can, working out, having experiences where I'm traveling. Actually, I'm traveling next month. I'm going for a 20-hour flight, so that'll be really fun. I don't know if I can tell you what that's about, but I will be telling you, I think, afterward, maybe, hopefully. But yeah, I have a lot of things that are on my to-do list, and slowing down is not on one of them. Slowing down is not on one of them. All right, so we're going to go Mighty Miner here. We see Bandits, so it might be 3 Musketeers, and that'll be a huge matchup advantage for me, so I hope I get that. I want one easy matchup just to show you guys how fun it is. No, we don't get that. All right, well, whatever. We can go click the bomb, so then the Archer Queen is going to take some damage, and we also blast the tower, and then the Mighty Miner forces out extra elixir on the other side. So we can go Ice Spirit here. If you guys didn't know, you can go and kite units the other side with an Ice Spirit like that. If it's a Royal Ghost, at least you can do that. Not necessarily like the best play in the world, but it's not terrible. Just wanted to see if he would spam more stuff, potentially like E-Barbs, so then I could go in for more of a defense. Otherwise, I was just going to eat the Royal Ghost. It was totally okay for me. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to go Ice Spirit here. Oh, it didn't pull as many as we were hoping for. It only pulled 1. That was actually tragic. That's a huge oops. That's a little bit embarrassing. He's raging and he's like, Jake, I'm a bit angry that you took my tower, so now I got to do it to you. All right, we're going to go for Mortar, and then we've got Goblins, so not necessarily the cleanest game on my end, so it makes it a little bit more sketchy and scary, but I think we got this. So one thing that I like doing is I like logging on top of the battle ram, and if you log on the battle ram and you kill the battle ram with the log, it also damages the barbarians. That's a cool tip and trick that not everyone knows in Clash Royale, but it's really cool. Love your videos because they're horizontally oriented. What do you mean? Oh, I guess like there's a lot. Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that don't necessarily do videos like us. They will do videos that are oriented more so for mobile, which makes sense. If you're creating content on a mobile game, a lot of people watch you for mobile devices. Have you ever been on a cruise ship? I'm going next month for the first time. I have. I went to a Disney cruise when I was really young with my grandma and my grandpa. And it was one of my most memorable experiences of my life. It was for my 7th birthday, and I remember it still. I still remember it. It was really, really cool. All right, we dominated there. Let's go, let's go. Log should kill Spear Goblins from the Goblin Hut like the Battle Ram, but it doesn't. It does. Log does kill the Spear Goblins from the Goblin Hut. It does. The reason why you don't think it does is because you're logging a little bit too early. You want to log later. You want to log when log can kill the Goblin Hut. It will kill the Goblin Hut, and then it will kill the Spear Goblins. If you're talking about Earthquake, Earthquake does not end up killing it, though. Earthquake does not kill the Spear Goblins that spawn from the Goblin Hut, if you're wondering. I agree with that. I think that that should do that. This guy is ruthless? I'm sorry, man. We got to be ruthless out here. We got to be ruthless. Also, we had some donations earlier. Thank you, Aiden, for the $2. I really appreciate that. Hopefully, you're having a fantastic day. All right, we're going to end with a bang. Let's go, Sparky. I choose you. We should be able to dominate today. You guys know the deal. Sparky is extremely good. It's one of the most strong card compositions in this entire game mode. Because if your opponent messes up, you mess them up immediately. Really hard to defend against a Sparky if you don't have good mechanics. Most people do not. Most people, when they end, I just choked on T. I don't know how I did that. But most people don't have good mechanics against Sparky. So they'll overcommit, and then you just punish them in single elixir really hard. So, for instance, this guy went in for a Graveyard. He went in for a Skeleton King, an Ice Wizard. He went in for an Earthquake. He dropped all of his elixir. It's also hilarious to watch someone have Earthquake now. Like, I'm not the only person that had to deal with the fact that Earthquake was a miserable card to have. It wasn't just me. It was this man too. Let's go. That's always funny. Also, if you didn't know, the Monk reflects back minions. It reflects back Mega Minion. It does not reflect Phoenix or Bats. The Monk cannot reflect back projectiles from Phoenix or Bats. So the Phoenix in this situation is a bit annoying. But it's okay, because we do end up having Zap for the Skeletons, so we will get some extra damage here. Very cool. I like the fact that we can go in for a Goblin Giant and kite everything to the other side if we wanted to. I think that's our best bet, because we're able to kill the Phoenix. We're going to be able to force out extra Elixir, because remember, the guy doesn't have Mighty Miner in his stack. Super hard for him to get a good trade into this. Dude, the Goblin Giant still snags the Phoenix. The Phoenix was in purgatory. It was in the middle. It wasn't taking any damage from our tower, and it still died to Shrek. Shrek's like, Jake, I got you covered. Don't even doubt it for a single second. Wow, Phoenix attack speed is so bonkers. Look at that. Isn't that crazy, guys? Phoenix popped off. All right, I thought he would click the ability, but I guess not. So the guy doesn't have Skeleton King in cycle. He's only going to have Tombstone, and then we can consistently apply pressure. Because if he doesn't have good cards to counter this, we don't even need to go in for, like, let's say a Sparky. Sometimes you can just use your Monk and your Royal Ghost and Mini P.E.K.K.A. and stuff like that just to consistently apply pressure. Notice how the Phoenix is going to get resurrected because we're just tanking for the Ice Wizard. So then the Ice Wizard wasn't able to hit what it wanted, and he loses the Ice Wizard now. So I'm going to go in for this. I'm going to rage up the Skeletons, so then we're able to get the Goblin Giant moving a little bit faster. And if you guys remember anything, Phoenix is really, really good against Graveyard. So I'm just going to do our thing here and not worry about anything else. And then we're going to Royal Ghost on the left-hand side so we don't lose our tower. And we walk away with a really dominant W. If you guys are scared of playing Sparky into any matchup in this type of tournament, or I guess into this challenge, you should not worry. If you run this deck, you will beat everyone if you play correctly in this type of environment. Just because people are going to make mess-ups and you'll mess them up immediately. Such a fun deck. I love Sparky in this game mode. If there was one deck that I could pick the entire time, it would probably be this Sparky deck. Just because it gives you super fast wins. So, I think the worst deck is probably the Graveyard deck by far. Graveyard deck is the one that you don't want because you have Earthquake, and Earthquake doesn't do anything. Earthquake tickles this Goblin Giant. It doesn't have anything to hit there. Earthquake, I guess, kills Mortar here. It does kill Cannon here. So maybe Earthquake isn't bad against Electro Giant, potentially, if you're trying to get your Skeleton King through or something. So yeah, I think that this Graveyard deck does work against Electro Giant. It works against the other Graveyard deck with Goblin Hut. It works against Mortar. And that's about it. Oh, it works really well against the 3 Musketeers. Never mind. I guess the only terrible matchup is when you've got Earthquake for your opponent having Lava Hound and you don't hit anything. Like, seriously. I think that's the one. I think that's the real loser here. So don't get that matchup and then you'll be chilling. We ended up winning every single game besides the one that we had issues with. And yeah, that's a vibe. I'm glad we were able to restart the stream, vibe ahead, and crush the challenge quickly. Really, really fun stuff. Yo, John, thank you for the $20 donation. We're going to be playing one more game before we end. Lots and lots of love to John for the $20 dono. Wait, after this, do you guys want to see me spend all of my currency in the shop? I could spend all my currency in the season shop. I have like 20K to spend. I don't know if you guys are down for that. If you're down, I'm down to do it. You guys let me know in the chat if you guys want to see that. What about a vlog? Oh, you guys want to see vlogs as well? Yeah, I was considering doing that, but I don't know. I don't really have a vlog that I really wanted to upload yet. Like, there wasn't a moment where I was like, you know, this would be really, really cool to create content on. I was thinking about doing, like, food reviews almost. Like, I go to Seattle and I have the food, and then I make a kind of a short and easy video about, like, what I think of all the food. I think that could be fun. What's your girlfriend's name? I don't give out my girlfriend or my sister's name. I learned that the hard way. My sister ended up getting a lot of DMs. I tagged her on Instagram, and y'all just started hitting up my sister like nobody's business. That was not a vibe. We decided not to do that anymore. That was pretty funny. Love the idea. Yeah. I also don't know if you're saying love the idea to the vlog or the food thing or the giving my sister and girlfriend's information away. All right, so we're in a pretty good spot here. I think I just arrows and I'm okay. Generally, yeah, actually I'm not going to arrows. I'm just going to let the Musketeer lock onto our tower. It's not going to be that big of a worry. Okay, so because the guy only has Musketeer as a anti-air answer, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go Miner, and then we're going to keep the Fly Machine alive and get him to Ice Spirit, and then he still doesn't kill, so he has to spend even more Elixir, and then he cycles back to a Musketeer eventually. So, looking pretty superb for us. If we get the Musketeer out of cycle, that's even more of a vibe, but I guess it's not going to happen. I'm going to go in for Phoenix. This is also a little bit risky. I should have probably Tombstone. It's a bit safer, but it is what it is. Maybe it works out. I don't know. Kind of a sketchy position. I got to go Skeleton King. Otherwise, we're going to lose everything because the Musketeer is still going to stay alive. Bit annoying. Guys played really, really well. Credit where credit is due. Oh, he missed the Ice Spirit. I feel like I just BM'd him, but it wasn't purposeful. I'm going to Tombstone here, and the reason why I'm going to Tombstone there is because he's got Earthquake in his deck, and he could end up hitting the tower as well. Actually, I didn't know if he was good enough to do that. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have not given him that level of respect. Oh, it's fine, though. We can go in for a Miner because the Musketeer, again, is out of cycle. So he's going to have to cycle Ice Spirit and then Mighty Miner. I wonder if the Fly Machine locks on a tower. Potentially, right? This is one of those matchups that I think we're kind of just waiting for the right opportunity to go in for the Lava Hound. It's been hard to find it, though. All right, we're going to go in for Skeleton Dragons. He's definitely going to go in for an Earthquake, which is a bit annoying, but it is what it is. Yeah, I don't love this situation, but if we get one good push, we can still win. Kind of have to get that one good push soon, though. Definitely have to get that one good push soon. Man, dude, Musketeer is so annoying. Oh, please. Please don't let this be our first loss. I want to win it so bad, man. We're going to click the Skeleton King ability. It should be a bit better for us to do that. We will be able to kill the goblins. The Fly Machine is still alive. We can go for Skeleton Dragons. He's got no anti-air response. Please, please, please. I want this so bad. No mediocre out here. Only dominant W's. Let's go. That's a banger, man. That was a little bit close. Not going to lie. That scared me for a sec. I was like, am I going to lose? I wasn't even able to drop the Lava Hound because I didn't have enough elixir for it. Let's play one more because I don't want to get that. I don't know your sister, but I don't need to. You're all good, Jake, says Austin. Thank you, man. It's all good. Would you rank your Skeleton King out of all the champions? Okay, so Skeleton King, top 3 champions. It's either Archer Queen, Monk, or Mighty Miner and Skeleton King. Sorry, top 4. Yeah, so Skeleton King, Mighty Miner, Monk, and yeah, Skeleton King, and then Archer Queen. The worst one is definitely Goldenite. Like, Goldenite is terrible compared to it. The other ones are quite good, though. Okay, let's see if we can win every game today. I want to win this last game as well. Please, no mediocre. Give me all the rewards for my season chest. I want it. That was such an early activation of the ability. That was pretty bad, not going to lie. Not going to fib. I'm not very proud of myself there. He's going to go for a Hog Rider and we'll E-Barbs on it whenever he does. It's weird that we're playing against the exact same deck 2 times in a row. Does Clash Royale just want to always give me this fast cycle deck? Is that what's up? Is that what's cooking? Also, this guy's a 7,500 player, so he's probably an ultimate champion player. He's probably pretty good at the game. Earthquake plus Log does end up finishing off the Magic Archer, if you guys did not know. So I'm just going to let that Magic Archer die to the Log. He's going to do it any second. And then we're going to go and spam really aggressively right now with a Royal Ghost. And then we're going to go Heal Spirit, and then we're going to follow up with an Archer Queen because he doesn't have Log, so the Heal Spirit will probably end up jumping onto something. Super nice stuff. And then we can even go in for a Rage so we can get extra damage with our Barbarians. The Barbarians, how many extra hits? Oh my gosh, it still gave another one. Let's go. Candy out here. Whew. That's awesome. So that mortar was slightly pushed to the other side. Like, the mortar should have been one more tile to the left, and it would have pulled the Battle Ram then. We're in a good spot. We're back to E-Barbs so we can counter the Hog Rider whenever he decides to drop it. Usually what happens is when they take a lot of damage, they're like, oh crap, now I have to do damage. And then they spam into you. So I'm kind of waiting for him to spam into my E-Barbs, but he's decided not to do that, interestingly enough. It's almost as if he knows my deck, which he should, right? Because he saw the deck card combination. All right, if we Magic Archer here, this is a bit risky. It's probably pretty stupid. I don't know. It wasn't really that smart. So I'm not going to lie. I wish I played that a little bit better. Oh my gosh, it got reset. The mortar got reset. That's really cool. All right, so we can go Archer Queen here. We'll eat the mortar damage. It doesn't necessarily... Okay, never mind. We're not eating the mortar damage. That would be way too much damage for me. I'm going to Heal Spirit on defense against the goblins so we can finish them off without taking too much. And then... Yes, we want to go for a Royal Ghost on the left-hand side to bait out the Mighty Miner. Because he has to now because he just uses goblins. He's going to have to Mighty Miner that. And then we can go Archer Queen or... Ooh, Magic Archer would be way better, right? Magic Archer is straight up vibes. Magic Archer is straight up vibes right now. Let's go, baby. Look at that damage. Dang. All right, we're going to click the Archer Queen ability. That might be stupid. I missed it. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I'm not very smart sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. All right, so we're going to go in for a Heal Spirit. No, we're going to go Battle Ram first. And then we're going to go in for Royal Ghost. And then we're going to probably have to E-Barbs on this because I'm expecting him to spam really aggressively. But fortunately for us, we are A-okay. Not in the best type of way, but we are A-okay. You feel me? All right, so Magic Archer needs to be able to snipe everything. Oh, look at that Magic Archer placement. Say that wasn't perfection, guys. Y'all be lying to yourselves. Sheesh. Not a fan of what is going down today. Ah. Oh my goodness. No. Say it ain't so. Bro. No. Our first loss. It does happen. You can't win every game. I think that the Hog Rider Earthquake deck is probably one of the better decks because Mighty Miner, I think, is probably the best champion. Mighty Miner does feel like the best champion. It just has so much health, and it's really hard to kill. Like, out of all the decks that I've struggled into, I think that this deck is the best one. Yeah, he's Ultimate Champion, but he wasn't the same rank as me, so I probably shouldn't have lost that. But yeah, I just think that the Hog Rider Earthquake deck is probably the hardest one to play into. Everyone is using Mortar Hog. Yeah, Mortar Hog is really strong. Especially because Ice Spirit is good too. Like Ice Spirit, Goblins, Musketeer, that's a card combination that all pro players are playing right now, no matter what deck they have. So I'd say that that's the #1 strongest deck in the entire game mode today. If you get that one, all you have to do is just cycle Musketeers and Mighty Miners on defense and use Ice Spirit and Goblins to distract stuff. And then you generally win. Do I see this live? Yeah, you're watching it live, man. What's up? Do you agree with the Dashing NATO deck is pure garbo? What's the Dashing NATO deck? I didn't see it. Is that the Electric Giant deck? Because I think the Electric Giant deck is quite good. Electric Giant deck is quite good for sure. Oh, we hard counter him. This is going to be so much fun. I don't know if you guys know this, but Electric Giant just gets destroyed by Elixir Golem if they don't end up having Dark Prince and Bomber. That is the card combination that they generally need. Because you can go in for a Battle Healer, and then it just out heals everything that the Electric Giant can do. So, pretty fun. I'm going to do this, and I think I can go arrows. This might be stupid, actually. I might have overcommitted. Yeah, I might have done an oopsie. We'll see. I'm going to arrows, and then we should get a lot of damage, and I might be able to ignore the rest of the Phoenix. If I ignore the Phoenix, it's not that bad for me, but I don't think I can anymore. Am I able to drop the Night Witch? Oh, wow. Dropping the Night Witch later. Oh, my gosh. We got the dash out of him, too. That's so lucky. I got really, really lucky there. I'm going to Rage to finish off the Golden Knight and not take too much damage. Okay, so all things considered, don't do what I did. Just try to drop your Battle Healer in the same side as the Elixir Golem, and then you win. That's the strategy. I want to spam W, but I can't. Yeah, we turned off, like, how many times you can spam stuff. Yo, 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 yo. Hee, hard counter. The last game, I think it was a good matchup for him for sure. I don't know if it was like a super hard counter. I think it's like probably a great matchup for him. He played well though. Like he was a good player. And I could have played better, I think, too. It was definitely a tough matchup because Ice Spirit and then also Log, Distract, and yeah, the Ice Spirit and Log do really well in that matchup. If you didn't know, the best thing about this is the Monk is able to push everything back, so it works really well for us. We're going to arrows, and then we're going to have to rage. Wow, will I actually lose when I have a hard counter? No, I don't want to lose when I have a hard counter. Don't let it happen, Clash Royale. I have such a good matchup here. That would be so sad. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to lose when I have a great matchup. We'll see. Maybe I can still make this work. I believe. I believe. I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. We're going to have to go E-Barbs, and we're going to have to go in for arrows here as well. All right, so I'm going to arrows on this. We're going to have to rage it all up. Man, this guy's playing well, and I don't appreciate it. No way. Well played, man. Very, 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 very well played, Min. This is an unfortunate L. I wanted to get all the things so that I could unlock the, what is it called? Yeah, I wanted to unlock the seasonal stuff. So I overcommitted and I messed up. Very good matchup if you just stack up Battle Healers and you drop the Battle Healer E-Barbs into the Electric Giant, because then it's hard for them to break through. He should just lightning me. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's trying to troll or something. I don't know. Anyway, on to the next one. Oh, you know what? I think he was just playing really safe. Potentially, like, what he was trying to do was if you go in for, like, an Electric Giant on offense, you force out the opponent to defend. Then if you force out all the defense, then you can guarantee that you can Lightning because they have nothing left over. Lightning is so broken, rip? No, I don't think Lightning's broken at all. I think I just messed up. That game, I lost because I sucked, and I have no worries admitting that. Well played to my opponent. That game was just totally my fault. So one thing that I love doing, when you've got wall breakers and you split them in the back, you can make sure you can identify what your opponent's going to try to defend with. And even though he had Bandit, and he ended up having Royal Ghost, he still wasn't able to stop that single wall breaker from connecting and ruining his dreams. So really good stuff for us, as you guys can see. We can go and click the Archer Queen ability so that we can finish off the Golden Knight and not take too much damage. All things considered, this is a phenomenal position for us to be in. Also, if you drop your Archer Queen ability early, you can generally get back to another one quite quickly. So that's what I'm going to try to have happen here. I want to go bat so I can shred his E-Barbs that he's about to drop so that I can keep my Archer Queen alive, hopefully. Yes! And now we win. That's what I'm talking about. Make predictions based off of what deck your opponent has, and then you can dominate them. That's what we did. I knew what deck he was probably going to be running because I saw what he had. Because I saw the other cards, it was indicative of the Bridge Spam deck that we played earlier. And then I made a prediction, outplayed him, and finessed him completely. Prince, Bats, and Archer Queen dominated my dude there. Especially with that prediction with the Bats. That was clutch. That was super clutch stuff. That was genius. Thanks, man. Sometimes I do play well. Sometimes I don't. I'm glad I played terribly the last game. And then I played really, really well in the game right after. So this game I didn't play very well. I went in for a terrible Elixir Golem push, wasted my Elixir, got shredded. And then this game, I ended up playing so much better and I dominated it. That's how it works, man. You just got to learn from your losses. Don't get too discouraged when you lose. Seriously, guys. Everyone loses in Clash Royale. Everyone sucks sometimes, especially when you're learning the game and it's not something that you play every single day for 7 hours in a row. So if you don't have fun playing the game, take a break and come back to it at a different point. And if you're ever losing, just realize that you will eventually win after you get better and you learn from your mistakes. Also, Balazaz, thank you so much for the huge donation. I could catch your live. I love your content. He says, thank you, man. All right, so let's go and take a look and see what we can do with the Mighty Miner, because we did unlock a new mastery. Level 7, baby. Let's go, let's go. Whoa, that's a lot of gems. That's a lot of gems. 450 gems for level 7 mastery is insane. I'm glad they did that. I'm really glad. Do you guys think they did such a good update with masteries that they had to overcompensate and now they have to add level 15 because they give so many good rewards from masteries? That's a question that I don't know. There's a chance, right? Maybe they overdid how good the update was with masteries, and then they ended up doing a terrible update after. I don't know. You guys let me know. Also, the Dragon Dreams banner is absolutely epic. I love that thing. So glad I got that. Look at it in action, guys. Wait, why'd it give me the Mega Knight one? The Mega Knight wasn't even on the... How did that give me the Mega Knight one? That's so troll. Look at the sleepy dragon. The pig's like, you can't sleep out here. It's a battlefield. It's an arena. He's also even got like the little saliva on his face. That's kind of cool. All right, so let's go and take a look at the shop. So we have a ton of rewards, a lot of them. Let's go and snag the piggy emote. OP. What else should I get, guys? I kind of want to get all the other seasonal stuff. I want to get this. I like these. I really like the chibi or like the cartoonish characters. Definitely some of my favorite stuff. Wow. And then I'll give you guys the option. The last one or the first one? Which one should I get? The last one or the first one? You guys let me know in the chat real quick. Also, I've already completely done Pass Royale. All 121. I've already done that 12 days into the season. If you guys don't know, now you know. I grind this game like crazy. Last. Okay, so everyone's saying last. You'll get the last one. Wow, such a fun stream overall. Huge thank you to everyone that took the time to be a part of it. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like on the video. It goes a long way. It supports me for free. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to the channel because I post a daily video at 3 p.m. Eastern every single day, or I do a live stream. I might be doing another live stream tomorrow, so if you subscribe and you stay tuned, you guys will be ready for that. So, huge thank you to everyone that took the time to be here. I love you no matter when you're watching, no matter where you're watching. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And the next challenge that comes out, I will always have a live stream for that. So look forward to that whenever there's a new challenge or a new event in Clash Royale. Just stop by the channel and I'll show you guys how to win it. Or I'll show you guys the best decks for the challenge if there's a deck creation element to the decks. Unfortunately, there wasn't any deck creation, so I just showed how to play each deck. But I'll see you guys later. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Lots and lots of love.